Organically, you know we coming through. We do pre-game interviews and post-games too. Football Organically, you know we got the scoop. You on top of your game, the real interview.
Welcome everyone to Football Organically, where we capture and share all the unscripted drama of college football. We've got an interesting one coming up. The California Golden Bears will be traveling across country to take on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's going to be interesting to see what they come and how they come, physically ready to challenge Virginia Tech and what appears to be their first ever matchup. And it's going to be held in Blacksburg, Virginia. Cal is 5-2 overall, 2-1 in the ACC, has been flying high so far this season, while Virginia Tech, only at 2-5 overall, are trying to right this ship. This game will be on ESPN. It's going to be on a national stage, cross-country trip for the Bears. So there's plenty of storylines coming about. Yes, Cal is traveling across the country to Virginia. This isn't just another road game, though. The geographical shift, the environment at Lane Stadium, the backing of the Hokies home crowd, all factors that can tip the momentum. For Virginia Tech, playing at home is a chance to bounce back. For Cal, it's a test for their road toughness, their preparation under head coach Justin Wilcox, trying to get bowl eligibility. 6-2 would lock that in. So, Cal's strength and key players. Let's start with what Cal brings to the field. Defense. You know it, folks. Yes, the Bears have been excellent defending the pass this season. Only 4 passing touchdowns allowed. Their team passing efficiency defense is around the 117 mark, and they're ranked 3rd in the ACC in that metric. They're also about 5th in the conference in pass defense, with approximately 201 yards allowed through the air. Their total defense is also solid, about 323 yards per game allowed, which ranks 5th in the ACC. So if you're Virginia Tech, you're walking into a stingy defense, and Cal's defense forced 3 fumbles in their win over North Carolina and Bill Belichick last time. Cal recorded 3 fumbles. They haven't done that since 2023. That's a sign of the opportunistic defense. On offense for Cal, keep an eye on wide receiver and punt returner Jacob DeJesus. I talk about him all the time because he's a dual threat as a receiver and in the return game. So there's running back Kendrick Raphael as well. He's got about 500 yards rushing this season, and that gives Cal that balance that they need. And on defense, you got to keep your eye on Ezekiah Massis. He's tied for 2nd in the ACC, and he's among the leaders across the country, leading the country in interceptions. And don't forget about JKS. 7 straight games, folks, with 200-plus yards passing. So he is firing on all cylinders. Take a look at the outlook and key players to watch. Now, Virginia Tech, they've had a challenging season at 2-5 and 1-2 in the ACC. Their offense is driven by Kyron Drones. He's a good player, but he's thrown for nearly 1,400 yards this season and 11 passing touchdowns. And their running back room includes Marcellus Hawkins. He has about 364 yards rushing. So on the receiving side, you got to check out Aiden Green. He's posted approximately 330 yards receiving. And on the defensive side for the Hokies, keep your eyes out for linebacker Caleb Spencer. He has 33 tackles so far, and defensive back Isaiah Brown Murray has 1 interception. But the bigger picture here, folks, Virginia Tech has to improve on all metrics. Their defense and 3rd down conversions have been problematic this season. They'll need to raise their game to match Cal's defensive power. All right. So the keys to the game, here are a few from me, right? So here's a few key matchups. Cal secondary versus Drone and Green. Will Cal's pass defense hold up under pressure from Tech's aerial attack? All right. So we got to take a look at the special teams as well. I mentioned De Jesus before. Cal may flip field position. Tech can't afford that to happen and give up free yards to Cal. Tech's rushing attack versus Cal's front seven. If Virginia Tech establishes the run, they can slow the game and keep Cal's offense off the field. Turnovers and takeaway margin. Cal forced 3 fumbles against Bill Belichick and North Carolina last game. And if they replicate that, they lean heavy on being the favorite in this game. The road environment, obviously Cal traveling across country to play first matchup. Can they acclimate and bring energy? Tech at home will have the crowd and the environment edge. This game matters, folks. It totally matters. For Cal, it means bowl eligibility secured. A big statement for this program under Justin Wilcox. For Virginia Tech, a chance to flip a chapter, get a home win, restore some momentum. Nationally televised game on ESPN. Both teams have that spotlight pressure, in fact. And then this is the first meeting between these two. So there's no backstage novelty or intrigue, just a head-to-head battle between two ACC teams that are trying to find and continue their identity. So whoever handles that the best will dictate the tempo. And watching Tech's offense, they're going to have some challenges with Cal's defense. It's going to be high energy, but my prediction, given Cal's defensive statistics, relative momentum versus Virginia Tech's struggles, you typically want to lean towards Cal in this one, especially if Cal brings their A game on the road. That means offense with JKS, special teams with De Jesus, and defense with Masses getting picks. But, I just think that Cal can pull away if they avoid mistakes and force turnovers. The final could end up something like Cal wins by a couple of touchdowns, but they have to flip the script, and big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and it couldn't be tighter if they don't, do the things that they're supposed to do on 3 phases of the game. The bottom line, this game is worth watching, folks. Cal's opportunity to come into Tech is going to be on ESPN. I'm glad I was able to bring you some previews and give you some reactions to what happened last game for these two teams. I'll have the post-game breakdown and all the things Football Organically. Please enjoy the game, and we will talk back with you soon.
Exclusive interviews that make the breaking news. Football Organically, we coming through. We do pre-game interviews and post-games too. Football